watching Wavy News 10.
Next at 5, a moment to say goodbye to two young police officers as Virginia Beach prepares for their celebration of life. The case of a missing 3-year-old girl in Chesapeake is now a death investigation. The latest from Andy Fox in a live report. And a new movie tackles the sensitive issue of PTSD. Nick Broadway explains the film's local ties.
The search for a missing toddler ends in tragedy. Chesapeake police say she died from her injuries. I'm Aisha Tolliver.
And I'm Tom Shad. We did break this news at midday of a missing 3-year-old at Oak Grove Lake Park off Byron Street. Within an hour of searching, police say she was found in the water. 10 of your side's Andy Fox is live with the latest developments tonight. Andy?
Yeah, Tom and Aisha, 100 yards that way, that's the playground. But it is over here where police tell me that the 3-year-old's body was found and pulled from the water. A lot of people out here didn't know what happened until we told them. Now they will likely never forget it. When we got to Oak Grove Lake Park, we met this woman. Well, what did you see?
Just everyone was rushing towards the water. Yeah.
Did you see any girl back there, young child back there?
We were all looking back there. It's very depressing, very sad.
She was there at the search. It was clear the 3-year-old would likely die. Chesapeake police spokesperson Leo Kaczynski.
We received a 911 call from a mother who had a missing 3-year-old female daughter. When the call initially came in, she said it had been about 10 minutes or so since she last saw her kid. 10 minutes since mom saw child at this playground. Just over an hour later, just after 11:20-ish, the child was located in a body of water kind of near the playground in medical distress. Life-saving measures were being performed. The child would be taken to hospital where she would be pronounced dead. The playground is about 100 yards from the water's edge where the 3-year-old likely entered and would be found. Kara Smar, saddened by the news.
That's extremely sad. I think that people need to pay more attention to their children while they're out playing at the park, you know. There should be no reason that a little girl would wander off and end up in the lake.
Greg Boone with Schlotsky, regular visitors to the park.
This is very odd to me that with all the activity around here, someone didn't. And it takes more than 30 seconds for something like that to happen. So I would think there'd be enough clatter that someone at some point would have heard something.
Our prayers go out to the family. Chesapeake police tell me this is being considered a accidental drowning, but the investigation into it continues. In Chesapeake, Andy Fox, 10 on your side.
Andy, thank you. Tonight, you can pay your respects to 2 Virginia Beach police officers killed in the line of duty. Christopher Reese and Cameron Gervin were shot and killed during a traffic stop last Friday. Public visitation begins within the hour at Altmeyer Funeral Homes and Crematory. That's where 10 on your side's Brett Hall joins us live. Brett?
Yeah, we're just off the property of Altmeyer Funeral Home here in Kempsville, where traffic already increasing ahead of the visitation tonight. You can see along Grayson Drive, American flags line the route, where then you'll pass under a giant American flag being hung up by 2 Virginia Beach fire trucks. This is not the first, however, honoring of the 25 and 30-year-old officers today. It all started earlier this morning on police radio.
Dispatch to 443 Charlie, officer codes 4276 and 4605. This is the final call for 443 Charlie, officers Cameron Gervin and Christopher Reese, into watch February 22nd, 2025, after losing their lives in the ultimate sacrifice. Thank you for your commitment and dedication. Your compassion, integrity, and laughter have touched the lives of many. Though you are gone, you will never be forgotten. 443 Charlie, you have been relieved. Rest easy. We have the watch from here.
It was around 11:10 this morning officers heard that transmission, beginning a 2-day goodbye for 2 officers killed in the line of duty. Traffic stopped earlier this afternoon as Virginia Beach police escorted family onto the funeral home property, passing underneath an American flag hung between 2 Virginia Beach fire trucks. Tomorrow, the procession will make its way to Rock Church for a 2 p.m. celebration of life. Following the service, those looking to pay their respects are being asked to line the east side of Witch Duck Road between Princess Anne Road and Grayson Road. That's the route the police processional will travel on their way back to Altmeyer Funeral Home. And again, tonight's visiting hours, it is open to the public, the wake, from 6 o'clock until 9 o'clock. Parking extremely limited out here, however. Tomorrow's funeral service, or a celebration of life, I should say, again, starting at 2 o'clock, and then the processional will follow that. If you'd like to watch it, you can stream it on wavy.com. We're live in Virginia Beach. Brett Hall, 10 on your side.
Now, immigration advocates are upset with Governor Glenn Youngkin's executive order on immigration enforcement. Under this order, Virginia State Police troopers and Virginia Department of Corrections officers will be deputized or trained to assist ICE agents. Troopers would become part of the task force, and corrections officers would be trained as designated immigration officers to identify and process undocumented incarcerated immigrants. The order also calls for each local and regional jail to confirm their full cooperation with ICE.
This will make victims and witnesses of crime afraid to come forward, and this will also create a climate of fear and profiling that harms all Virginians.
Now, Youngkin says this order will keep Virginians safe from illegal immigrants with a criminal record. We have more reaction coming up at 6. You'll hear from a local mayor, sheriff, and a Virginia delegate.
Meanwhile, more people are being held at Virginia's U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement detention centers, and that's according to data from Track Immigration. The Caroline Detention Facility now has an average daily population of 268. Around this time last year, the daily average was 250. At the Farmville Detention Center, the average is sitting at 446. Around this same time in 2024, that number was 184. Federal layoffs are impacting thousands, including workers here in Virginia. New at 5:30, hear from a park ranger about the sudden loss of his job.
One group says put your money away. New at 5, a grassroots movement that is aiming to send a message to corporate America.
But next at 5, an active duty fundraiser, how you can help in times of financial struggle.
And a look at what's going on with our wild, wacky weather for the weekend. Saturday, it'll be like springtime. Sunday, wind chills in the teens. A lot more details on all of this in just a minute.
You're watching Wavy News 10 at 5 with Tom Shad, Aisha Tolliver, and Chief Meteorologist Jeff Edmondson.
Are you excited to host?
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm just worried